Hello people of the internet, Board Zach here and welcome back to yet another YouTube video. And in today's video we are back with yet another custom Lego Minecraft micro mob micro world expansion. In the last video I showed off the mountainside, and in the video before I showed off the crossroads, and this is the shipwreck. Now, I was not planning on doing any more of these MOCs until I got the official sets that I want to throw in the middle of these. So I apologize that this is yet another video where the official sets are not here, but I was trying to do some work on the minifig scale Minecraft world, and I was running into some roadblocks, and I still really wanted to build. So I decided to go ahead and hit another thing that I wanted to get done, which was a jungle temple. Now, I knew that I didn't have the pieces or really the desire to do an entire jungle, so I decided to do a shipwreck as well, so I could finally get some underwater modules done. And this kind of turned into a bit of a miscellaneous MOC, but I'm still pretty happy with how this one turned out. So, without wasting any more time, the idea here is that the mountain or the forest micro mob set will go here, and this will connect to the other side. So this mountain spike here, for example, is meant to connect and kind of play off of the spike that's in the original forest set. I keep wanting to call it the mountain. And then you can see back here just a little bit of that green from the overworld plains sneaking in there. And yeah, so like I said, this all started with this module here. Oh, I guess I just pulled the entire temple off instead of pulling off the chunk. Let's try that again. I'm gonna set my phone down for a moment. I don't want to break anything on accident. This MOC is a little less sturdy than my other ones because I'm still running low on those 6x6. So it started with this temple here, which I'm pretty happy with how it turned out for the low amount of pieces and the small size. You can see some grass blocks and the overall grass color. I used the light green, excuse me, I feel like I have to sneeze. I used a bright green Lego color. However, on the trees, I still used regular green, and you've got a tile there for the vines. And I wanted to make sure that these were a little bit flatter than the birch tree, so I just took a plate off of both. I did not build it like the standard oak tree, however, because I think this shape is a little more accurate. The other chunks here I'm not really going to pull off because I don't think, actually I will because I want to show what's beneath them, but they're all pretty simple for the most part. So I can get all those off. I'm actually going to pull this one back off even though I just put it on there, and then the one there. Okay, so this one here, really self-explanatory, just the back part of a shipwreck. I'm actually really proud of how good this looks for such a tiny scale. I wasn't sure if it was even going to look like a shipwreck, and I think it does. You can see some turtle eggs there by the beach shore. So the forest set has these sand paths, but I decided to turn the edge. It'll make a lot more sense when the forest is next to this, but I decided to turn it into a beach side, which meshes into the jungle a little bit better. There's a turtle egg, and there's also some ice in here. The micro mob world is really cramped, so I know the ice would not be this close to the plains most likely, but I just wanted to have some ice, mostly because I'm running low on water tiles, and I also usually see these shipwrecks surrounded by ice, so I figured like that was a familiar sight for a lot of players, I would assume. And I don't think I'm going to do any more icy additions. This is just kind of another crossroad of biomes. I do plan to do another ocean biome. I might not do another ocean underwater like this. I might do like a ocean monument, but I do plan on doing another primarily water-based one, so that will be seen in the future. And moving those back, the only one I haven't shown off is this here, which is nothing remarkable at all. It's just a little panel of the world. So I'm gonna skip over the cool part. This is kind of lame back here. I'm very aware. I'm not gonna do any more jungle. And even though I tried to build the hills, I didn't feel like anything about this really showed off how big jungles are upwards. Jungles are big, sprawling, massive things. So I wanted to do similar to what I did here with the mountain, where this is like the inside of a mountainside. This is a hillside of the jungle with these little grassy, hidden oases in here with just a bunch of bamboo. So these were kind of an afterthought, I'm going to be honest with you, but I am still happy with how they turned out. Of course, the real star of the show here is the underwater. I'm so happy with how this looks. I wanted to add in lots of this dark tan color, which I'm using to differentiate it from the desert. I want it to look like wet sand and kind of how you would view it underwater. And lots of just that mixed in with grays to make it look a little more aquatic than just your mine. I didn't want it to just look like a mine with sand floors. And then you got a lot of seaweed and kelp on the ground. And then you got a couple pieces of coral, and you have an underwater ruin over here, which is where you would find drowns in the game. So I thought putting that under this beach was a good idea, because the problem, I'm going to put my phone down for a moment to put the pieces back on. The problem I was running into with the minifig scale world is I do want to do underwater for that as well. But the problem is, how do I do it in a way that's convincing? Because if you just put an underwater segment beneath the overworld, it doesn't really feel like it's underwater. It feels like it's like a mine. Like, I want it to look underwater. If you just put something like this beneath like dirt, doesn't really look like underwater, and it looks like more like just a different kind of mine. I feel like putting it directly beneath these two water plates really highlights the fact that, yes, this is beneath the water, and then where the water stops, so do these, and you get more into the hillside of the biome. So yeah, I'm going to be brutally honest. This is probably my least favorite of the MOCs I've done so far for the micro world, but I am in love with the underwater, and just really happy with how this is turning out. So in general, I'm just excited to keep going. I do think this is the last one until I get the official sets. I'm hoping to get those soon. I should definitely have those by the time that these videos are uploaded, because the reason it's taking so long is because I've only filmed these like 3 days apart. I just built one every single day for the most part. This one took me 2 days, and so did this. This one just took me 1. So those took me a little longer. But regardless of that, it'll be like probably 3 weeks until you see these from when I'm filming them. So I assume by then I will have them. Now, if I build more before then, you might see them, but I don't think I'm going to, because I'm feeling pretty burnt out on ideas at the moment, and I just want to wait and get some new ideas. This jungle really wasn't planned. This was the initial one I built, and then this was just something that was in my head that just really worked out, and I just built it on a whim and it worked. This one was more of just, I was winging it as I was going. I didn't really have an idea in my head. So I think I'm going to go back to the digital designer method of this and design one digitally before building it, so that I can, a little more faithfully translate some ideas. None of this stuff was in my plans. However, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really good. I think you can tell what everything is. And I think as a whole, you put these 3 together, I think this micro world is really, really shaping up to be something awesome. So yeah, I could not be more happy in general. I am very excited about this. Very excited to see where this whole thing goes here in the future, here soon. So that all being said, I promise I will be showing off more micro mobs soon. I do have a couple more built. I'm just waiting for a good time to show them. This would have been a good one here to show off a couple of them. But regardless, you'll see them eventually. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, I haven't really seen the response to any of these videos yet as filming them, except for this one. But thank you for the support on this video. Hopefully you like this. I still think this is my best one. And this one here is nice. I do think it's my least favorite, but I still hope you all like it. And I hope you all like this video. So, yeah, that's about all I have to say. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.